Hey everybody, welcome to the CryptoSparta Podcast. We're feeling some hopium.
A
It
lot
looks
has
like
happened. It's back. We've got some juice to talk about. Like the
it
markets
feels
got been juiced a little bit.
it feels like the people that left might be back. I saw a tweet where they were saying institutions are buying our coins. Like the new one is
BlackRock is buying
no,
our coin.
no, the new one is like retail is back. And
I
we
don't
had
know
talking
about
about
that.
well, that was what they were saying, where it's like so Doge is up. There are some meme coins that are popping.
ETH is like pushed
ETH
2000
over
again.
2K is, I think it's a big deal.
So ETH, no, it's not over 2K. It's been pushing
Oh
2K.
wow.
So now it's like
So
1982.
we're on Sunday
60.
night in the United States, and it's been teasing with 2K. And people have been saying that it'll be bear trap, bull trap. It feels like people are starting to leverage up and just start taking gambles again.
Bitcoin's close to 25,000 after
It
being at 24, 23.
And I think that people are like levering up, but then there's also big money that could just knock it
Well,
down.
CPI data too, inflation is low, has risen like 0.5%. So that was some cause for markets to increase. So that was kind of a macro thing that happened. But the main story, I mean, yeah, Doge is up, but like main story has to do with Tornado Cash. So it got hit by U.S. sanctions.
The SEC,
The SEC or like what's the organization like
OFAC,
yeah, OFAC
not sure what it stands for.
sanctioned Tornado Cash due to blaming them for you know assisting with hacks and scams and
The issue with
laundering those money
the issue with this story is that they've labeled an open source technology. And
as a
so,
criminal organization.
but to explain what open source means is that unlike proprietary software such as Microsoft, open source is when people create code and then they provide it openly to the world for other people to build upon. And the main developer of this just wanted to create a private way to send money to and from things. And so that's why they call it Tornado. We had talked about this before, how it's like a washing machine where
Yeah, you
you send it
launder,
in and then they send it through IP addresses and
they
randomized
mix
crypto
it,
addresses.
spin it around,
And then
basically.
mixing, this is why they were talking about it, where there is a service at HSBC called USD mixing, where you can do similar things. There are many places and ways that you can launder money, and this is not legal or financial advice, but these are just basic things that we're discussing where the dollar has privacy, a physical $100 bill or a Monet crossing money lines. This is a technology that ensures privacy. And what I believe is that this is an assault on privacy, basically. So people are saying, and it was weird because it, on the macro level, intersected with not only did Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago get raided, but the IRS is getting 87,000 new agents, as well as billions of dollars more from the government. And so now what's really being questioned is what is the level of privacy that you'll be afforded? And then if you're being assaulted on this, what has happened is that you can send a small amount of money to a wallet. So say that you're a normal person with a crypto wallet, people can basically poison you. It's like tag, I sent Brian 100 of
Yeah,
Tornado Cash.
so
And so Shaq, who are the other people? There was a guy, Sasso. All of the big doxed wallets
yeah,
have been given zero point 0.1 ETH.
so they sanctioned Tornado Cash and basically blacklisted any wallet that has interacted with ETH or something that's been Tornado Cash. And so USDC came out, and that's also another big deal where they've frozen funds for USDC that's been exchanged for Tornado Cash ETH. And so there was kind of like a shot chaser kind of meme where, similar to other memes in the past where they promise something and then they actually go behind and do it. So like is it John Allaire or whatever, the guy who created USDC or is CEO of the USDC, he commented on some users saying that, oh, we would never freeze your funds. Um, but then
And
they
these
do
people
that.
become hypocrites. And
Yeah, so you can't really trust. So people, yeah, this guy's just trolling, but he just basically sent Tornado Cash ETH to all these docs wallets like people, Shaq, Randy
there's a
Zuckerberg,
lot of people doing this
Justin Sun.
where Justin's son, and now what's happened is it's spread. And I think
It's
that we
The
need to like,
Aave protocol
yeah,
too.
we need to like go slowly in case there are people that aren't following. But
Yeah,
the
the well
idea
has been poisoned.
the idea is that the government has regulated on software that people use that they thought would be legal, but it does make your transactions anonymous. But now, if you interact with this protocol, then your wallet comes into question. But if your wallet address is public, say you ask for, or whatever, or you're just like, you're a famous NFT holder with a lot of Bored Apes. If someone can see your wallet address, they can send you a little bit of black money. And then this is the argument is that North Korea and several other of the hackers, such as the wormhole hack,
Yeah,
they
so they're
use this.
responsible Tornado Cash. So that's why we're gonna drop down hard on Tornado Cash. It's like you arrested the best friend and you're using the best friend, you're torturing the best friend to get to
And
the
people
other
just say
robber.
it analogous to so many things, especially it's when you really understand, and not to be like pompous, but when you understand technology, when they do open source software, this developer has created a technology that anybody can use. The way that people are framing it is somewhat like Ross Albrecht, but Ross actually ran a site. This guy basically, yes, he did run it and he did a community stuff, but he basically created the foundation for privacy based transactions. And now this guy is in jail. They got him in Austria. The US government is like,
Are you talking about the developer of
yeah,
Tornado
the
Cash?
developer has created just privacy stuff.
And he has nothing to do with the hacks. Like he doesn't know who uses
But
his software.
the
So the
thing that
Tornado
they're doing,
Cash
and
guy got
now there's been a lot
got
of
arrested.
dominoes falling. Aave is decentralized finance. And this is where we
Yeah.
were discussing it, how
So all the wallets that interacted with Tornado Cash ETH that are then spread to Aave and use Aave for
but the fact
loans.
that Aave,
Blacklisted the Aave wallet.
it's not decentralized if they can get blacklisted by a government.
Yeah.
And so now there's like been funny memes and tweets about it.
And then Justin Sun got hurt. It's like a game of eights.
So yeah. And then you can just tag whoever's it. Or I mean you can just send dirty money that will then blacklist you from a
Can we
decentralized finance
say like
platform.
blacklist because it's like, and it's a huge implication because we don't know how long these things are gonna last. Like how long in the courts
But this
are
is the
they gonna
same
unblacklist?
this
So
is the
it's like,
same week that they put out the bill for 87,000 more IRS
yeah,
agents that are going to be armed. And so there are memes being like, did you report your 20-cent airdrop? Like, it's
from
like,
2015.
yeah. And they were saying, is it an IRS agent just giving zero point 0.1 ETH to all the big accounts so that
Yeah,
they get audited? And then now the government has more tools and people to audit everyone.
it sounds like those 87,000 are gonna be a crypto focused.
There's
Anyways,
going to be a lot of them in our crypto folks, though.
we'll see. Like
And I mean,
it was
there's
an
an interesting
issue
thing.
for just my
Elizabeth Warren,
federal tax return. It took them over a year to do to get like my money back. So it's like crazy.
yeah. One of the things I wanted to mention on this topic, though, was that there's TRM
Yeah.
Labs. Apparently, there's an organization that is working on tracking. And what I wanted to get the point across was that there's an entire industry, um, like, subscribe, follow Crypto Legal. Uh, there's an industry around tracking people. There's an industry around paying taxes and moving around crypto. It's a blossoming new industry, and TRM Labs is the one that's like tracking people. Um, they are the ones who are going to tell the governments what you've been doing on your wallets. And when your wallets interact with centralized exchanges, the governments are going to be able to tag you and identify you. And what they're saying is that soon MetaMask will have to be KYC.
Yep, that's like a fear. That'd be like terrible.
And the governments, they got the developer for Tornado Cash. The DAO site they took down. They
No, the
blacklisted
Discord,
people from
the
Aave. If you
Discord
touch
got shut down.
the Discord got shut down. The governments have gone hard.
It's wild because it's like, and people are then this poses the other argument that treat code as, you know, freedom of speech, you know, like you can't get arrested. I know it's like something that you
Even
can patent, you can
even to
patent
get
code,
this
but
guy into
claiming that it's freedom of speech,
even
First
to
Amendment,
take this guy into custody is egregious.
yeah.
And it's just weird. I don't like to, but you have to mix kind of like crypto regulations, politics, taxes, money. And I mean, it just feels like the same week that they say that you don't have the right to privacy in crypto and that they
Only
start, yeah, they like go after Trump at Mar-a-Lago and
only
like,
insider traders in the Capitol
yeah.
can, you
I
know.
wish I had just fucked hookers and done crack in Ukraine. Then I wouldn't be in trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, these are the jokes that we talk about on the internet, but I think some people aren't aware of some of the steps where if Tornado Cash is in trouble, then it's going to get to a weird point. And what one argument on Twitter was the fact that if you make it so that it's dangerous to be a docs developer, anon developers, anon. I did a weird pronounce. I was gonna say anonymous, but anon. I don't know. Both ways. Anon developers is gonna need to be necessary, and then like quadruple VPNing and like, are we? Brian's Chinese somewhat, but no offense. Are we in China where we need to VPN ourselves four
Facial
times?
recognitions,
Are they gonna
towers.
hack? And then like, are the IRS coming after us? It looks like they got a lot more firepower, and I don't know. I submit I'm all about doing things legally, but it's just like it's gonna be very tricky where people are sending zero point 0.1 ETH to random wallets, and imagine, hey man, I trade crypto full time,
It's kind of
but
against
someone tornado
EMS.
cashed me, and then
Yeah.
now my wallet is locked, and I have, dude, imagine if you have all your
For
money in your wallet.
indefinitely.
Yeah,
It's just like the Celsius thing, Voyager thing, you can't trade. You don't know how long that's gonna last. But like for the
people
entire
kill themselves.
crypto blockchain, like
It's about simple principles. Imagine you lock someone's bank account,
yeah.
and mm, be honest, like maybe I am too online. I know I am, but it's kind of my business also. Like if you need outsourcing for social media, this, that, or whatever, I outsource and I do all my work from my phone. And if you're just on your phone, if you have the fear that they can shut down your phone, they can shut down your bank accounts. They did it in Canada. Um, I think they can do it in other countries. They could definitely
Well,
do it in China. They can
now
restrict your
there's no
movement.
stable coin that I mean you basically have to choose DAI or Tether now for stable coins. Like slowly one by one, like these stable coins are being untrustworthy or like unusable. So there's like only two, like you can't trust USDC even though it's probably like the safest. Or like, you know, you probably just have to go DAI or USDT. Like Tether is actually like even
No, there's
though
Monero, there's Zcash. There are other options, but
I mean
I'm not
the
as
most
into it
like
as a
by
lot of
market
people
cap,
are, but a lot of people are
top
very
five by
into
market cap.
privacy and there are ways to maintain anonymity and then is it illegal now? And then now, if anonymity and privacy are illegal, like, people always do the argument, if you have nothing to hide, like, why do you care? And it's like, I kind of am one of like the sheep or the lemmings where I'm like, government, like, yeah, dude, just whatever. You're already listening to my Alexa. I mean, they have all these things, but it just appears that the technology is so forward that when you get a Pudgy Penguin airdrop,
So have multiple ENSs. Don't dox your ENS address.
yeah, have multiple wallets.
Have backups.
It's about safety and like my cousin's husband was telling me about how to really be secure. Vitalik recently posted about how he believes that rather than having some elaborate scheme to hide your stuff, just have a multi-sig where you have like five family members that have to,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just in case if he dies or something, he has
So
there's instructions of what to do, how
so
to
as a
access.
description, a multi-sig is a multiple signature where for something to happen, you need to have multiple people.
Enter a code or something. So it's kind of like having different people on a bank account where
But
it's
it's
like,
like it's kind of like this is the foundation of DAOs where it's like it's one thing if you're like, oh, someone could fake it or spoof me or this or that, but it's like, look, if you have five family members who are you trust, and then what are
yeah,
the
who
odds that
are
I mean
responsible.
for Vitalik though, it's probably worth billions. And so he actually needs the security.
Yeah.
Literally, like his private wallet was they gave him what half of SHIB. Or no,
No,
they
they
gave
gave him
him
$1 billion worth of SHIB at its height. So I think at one time back in last September when SHIB was going up, that could have been like 3 billion or something.
yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully that COVID relief fund, who got it, like they sold some and was able to.
Yeah, no, he burnt like half of it and gave half to charity. And
No,
he was
I
like,
thought
fuck you guys for
he gave
doing
them
this.
all.
But that's the whole thing is it's weird where if you have a doxed wallet
You can
and
just
then
send
now
random people who you don't know. They can just send you anything. It's
and
just
then
like people
suddenly
knowing your
Vitalik has a
address.
billion. Yeah.
You know where you live, like your mailing address. They know your user address online on
And
blockchain.
I'm sure people try to hack his account like every day.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
And then
it's
that's
just
why
like,
you need the multi-sig where it's
but
like
like, why hack the creator? You know what I mean? Like,
because he has like a shit ton of Ethereum.
yeah, but I know but he's like the Godfather. Like, he's like the founding
People
father.
just want the money. People just want to
Without
hack him
you
to get the
knowing
money.
how to hack, like,
No, people
you
just want
wouldn't
to hack
even
him to get the money.
you
Then
wouldn't
you
even
just try to
have the
type in the
opportunity. You never
well,
have
that's what his thing is if you add a multi-sig, honestly, a seed phrase,
his seed phrase probably so whack.
well, still it's like what, how many 24 words that can be of different variations? Like it's like the amount of permutations are
Yeah.
yeah, 5 letter words times 24 letter common or 24 word combinations. But then I think his are multi-sig and you need to contact from the each wallet. So it's like you need multiple
Yeah,
seed
they need to
phrases
like access something like at the same time or like
where
click
it
a button
becomes
at the same time.
impossible. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's crazy, man. Like, and then like, so tornado sanctions, and then what other thing happened was that Curve Finance got hacked. The website domain, the front end, somebody like
That's the
bypassed it. They only got like 573,000, but
it was kind of the argument that Sam Bankman Fried did, where it was like when the Solana hack happened, it was the wallet that got hacked. So people need to understand that there's like many layers, but it was the front end that got hacked.
so something just like the domain.
It wasn't the crypto part of it, but like someone got like, oh, you sign up on a fake website because someone hacked the front page.
Yeah. Or like access to like some kind of pool. So only in the grand scheme of things, only 573,000 got stolen, like US dollars,
There was
but
a
then
lot, but it got recovered by
Binance or CZ was tweeting about it, how no new everything was about Tornado Cash. That like filled up the entire news.
and he was like, no one reported how we recovered like 90% of it.
Yeah. So and that's crazy. So like, more hacks have been going on, like, you know, but it's funny how like this didn't really affect the market price. Just like it had like future implications.
This was like a big thing in terms of like legal and whatnot, but in the end, the overall market is pumping. And like Hasaka was talking about how like, oh, like Bitcoin and ETH go up, and now Dogecoin goes up, and he's like, uh-oh, it's gonna be stupid season where
People
all
are
of the
gonna be
retail,
over leveraged and like thinking that we're back, but
yeah.
I think we're just the beginning. So like,
But we say that, and
I mean,
I'm
we
gonna
can
mention
miss
I
out.
left like I gave a little moon bag. I moved some stuff around, and I got a Tisuka bag or Tasuka.
I don't even know what that is. I didn't even know
So Tasuka is a meme coin, just like Doge, just like Shiba, and it's by the developer of Shiba. And
another meme.
I'm just saying what it is because it's also a news story. It's not just like that. I'll be honest, it was just like a couple $100 that I made. But the
After
Tisuka,
putting like 50.
it was well, it's 3x in the last week. And there was a viral tweet that went out. There was a guy who bought 600 of Tisuka and sold when it 10x'd or something.
Oh, that
It
means
would have
it's
been
like
seven
one,
figures.
or like yeah, 1.5 million or something.
So it's weird where I just wanted to give the point where crypto, there was another tweet where it's like ETH started going up, Bitcoin's going up,
Link is
Doge
going
goes up,
up
everything's going up, but it's like engage the
60%.
casino
Yeah.
where it's like, dude, even if it's a bear market, crypto is such a just gamble crapshoot. It really fundamentally like was telling me where it was like, wow, like, dude, the world is falling apart. Crypto isn't doing that well and it's cratered. But like I tripled my bag on Tisuka. If I had just
People are still throwing
YOLO'd
money
on,
in.
yeah, and this guy, he put 600 in like a couple months ago on Tisuka and he sold out early, but no one got it. But it was a viral tweet where it was like, if I hadn't have sold my $600 of Tisuka during the midst of the bear market, would have been millions.
Yeah. So yeah, there's money to. I mean,
No, and then the
ETH is up
penguins,
60%.
yeah.
Like Link is up like 60%. And then there's NFT news, man. Like Pudgy Penguins has finally released their
So
licensing
the
deal,
Rogs,
and
yeah.
then the Rogs have flipped. Crypto Cool Cats. The Rogs floor is now 0.13, even though I paid 0.3 for my egg. It's still going up there, but I don't know. I'm not getting any bids anymore, so I mean, it's still better than, Cool Cats. And then they released the licensing that they chose like 16, Pudgy Penguins to make, dolls or like ash or figurines for their licensing deal. And the way that they are able to track that is that they gave them a special token. It's called like the Soulbound type of token, so you can't really trade it. It's just
It's
basically
stuck to your wallet.
yeah, stuck to that Pingu.
But then this is like a permanent clout because it cannot be traded.
So
And
there's an
so if you
open
were one
bug.
of the 16 that were selected for, and then the 16 that were selected were they're highly involved in the project. I sent Brian a tweet. There's like 40 people where they're saying that they're like, so apparently
And they have their
the
own
holders,
personalized
well,
Pingu.
the 40 holders that they highlighted are like all into like very hardcore crypto projects. So they're like, shout out to this person who's like our moderator, which is an important role. And shout out to this person who's like our marketer. Shout out to this person, but then also shout out to like this other person who like hangs out in our discords and is like the main engineer of some DeFi project. And then the Pudgy Penguins network, everybody was trying to get in on to being the 16. And so those 16 that got selected were because like they are so involved in the NFT project. They're so balls deep where it's like they're really working on it and they got licensed. And now they're going to be making toys as well as shirts that are already being made. But the Soulbound token is connected to a specific wallet where you're not allowed to trade it. And then the thing is,
Yeah, it doesn't let you trade because there's like a known bug, and so it's purposely put there so it can't like be sent when the Pengu gets sold.
but it means that you were there.
Yeah, you're
And
the
so the thing is, if you apply
so
this
it's a
to other,
marker. It's a marker like
if you apply it to other NFT projects, they will forever be known and marked as like, yo,
yeah. Vitalik like has
shout
like
out.
a article on this like on it's like a specific type of token. It's like a 1155 like ERC token, and it's like a special type of token where it's called soulbound, where it's like kind of like Lord of the Rings, where it's like bound to you forever. But yeah, so the pengu, the penguin floor, like Kalio's like why this is had like a thread of like why this is a a blue chip crypto, like the volume of it has been slowly gone like tripled, and it's like kind of yeah, so the volume, so the value of Pengus right now is like close to 2.95. The Rogs are 0.14, and then the little pudgies are like zero point 0.2. And like Kaleo made a point where it's like it's trading like, and then Kobe too, where it was like um these are just altcoins basically, and then Kobe is like these are just altcoins with pictures. Like the volatility
Yeah, he was talking shit.
is still the same. So it's been crazy. Like NFTs are still popping. Like there's still like different volumes. Um, and so yeah, I'm pause it right there.
Mm.
So yeah, back to like Kaleo like releasing a thread, how the volume has been like pretty like it's like the charts are going up. So NFTs, Pudgy Penguins, bullish.
Well, it's weird how Kaleo, he's invested for sure.
Yeah, so I don't know.
So, and then
He's
now
a little biased.
they're starting to release like regulations against shilling without this saying what you're invested in. But I mean, Brian and I invest in stuff like people just talk and it's like, how hard are they going to crack down?
If you're passionate about something, like I mean, at the end of the day,
Well,
it's your decision
is
to
not
invest.
financial advice, not legal
You
advice.
press the button
Like,
to
are they going to
trade.
start making examples of people like the Tornado Cash guy? Like, there's all sorts of, and I mean, they're talking about Matt Damon being like
I
in
think it's
trouble.
valid
Also,
to.
Mark
I
Cuban with
don't know about
Voyager.
Matt.
No, with Voyager because it's like these are public people saying like, "Hey, I like Voyager," and then it's like, "Yo, Mark Cuban, do you have a stake in Voyager?" And he's like, "Yeah, I like Voyager. I'm invested in Voyager." And then people lose money and they're like, "Fuck you, I
But
trusted you,
how is
Mark
it
Cuban." But it's
different
like,
than stocks though? Like
I know, and then but there are rules for stocks, and now they're trying to. But I mean, are they going to clamp down on every single YouTuber, every single person on a Twitter Spaces being like, "You should buy fucking
yeah, Crypto Carl or something.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm."
So yeah, we'll see what
Who they decide to clamp down
This is a
on.
strike against the U.S. as far as like being more like where should you like be like start your crypto company?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they are cracking down, and it's like not
And
even
it's a development because
we're losing innovation here, basically.
if they really and the thing is though, on the flip side, what they're saying is that the Tornado Cash is going to get forked a million times.
Yeah,
And so now
and just call
there
it
it's a game
semantic.
of chess and Tornado Cash said privacy and then the government is like, okay, fuck that chess piece. But the other side of privacy is going to be like, all right, you made your move. Now 10 Tornado Cashes.
Yeah,
And to have Shaq have to get audited because someone sent him Tornado Cashed ETH. This is the thing that I think really we could drill home is think of the idea that you didn't do anything and someone sent you something and now you're getting audited by the
You're
government
associated with them, so now
because
you're
you did
getting
nothing at
questioned.
all. And then the psyop is, did the government send you that just so that they could audit you, or
Yeah,
just that they could say that you're getting dark money? And at the end of the
yeah,
day, doesn't the dollar, don't like random bundles of cash, or don't like the jewelry across country, or, and you take it to a smaller level, they're like, oh, the IRS when you got $20 on your lemonade stand.
yeah.
Like,
Where's your permit? And that's
yeah,
the thing where it's like it's gonna take a long time to figure this stuff out. So you don't know how long you're gonna how long your wallet is gonna be blacklisted for. So there's all this like limbo. So like right now it's been months I can't access my
no.
Celsius and
And they're talking about
rank
it
is
too.
going up. So it's like
It was
I want that link
the
back.
Tornado Cash guys in jail
Yeah.
or in custody. Do Kwon did a fucking interview.
That's like supposed to be released tomorrow.
Why isn't he in jail?
Yeah.
Like they're scammers, but they target certain people, and then sometimes it's the wrong people.
Preferential treatment in like for different criminals.
Yeah.
And it's kind of wild. Because like if you're a criminal, you're a criminal. There's no discrimination. But there's like preferential treatment to who they want to charge and who they want to take. And because there's no, precedents or no laws, they can kind of do whatever they want until it gets figured out. Like,
Let's
and that'll take a while.
it's a in summary though, like markets are up, but there's like it's turbulent waters.
Yeah, CPI is down, or like the
You don't know,
inflation is
like be
down.
careful,
Gas
hold your.
prices have dipped a little bit, so people are kind of calming. Like,
And what I was gonna say though on macro is that it looks like it's gonna be a rough winter for Europe. And then right now they're having droughts in
yeah,
France. It looks like Europe is gonna have a really hard time with heat. Energy's gonna go through the roof probably.
yeah, might need
Um,
to go a trip into to Europe. Maybe that's the shell because it's cheaper. The dollar is strong. The euro's weak.
and
Like
then
your
the funny
dollar,
flip side is
things
like
are priced
forget
cheaper.
about gold. And I heard something about how gold is about to be like dumped on because the markets are manipulated. So
Or
they're gonna dump on,
silver.
yeah, where it's like, what is the real? And now home prices in the United States are plummeting, and then the inventory is shooting through the roof.
Yeah.
Everybody's broke. Maybe credit card companies. I always like to joke because I've been recently moving to it and been joking about how Klaus Schwab doesn't want you eating meat. So the staple food will be lentils. Like stock up on lentils.
Who's it? Charles Schwab is saying this?
Klaus Schwab,
Oh, who's that?
the leader of the World Economic Forum,
Oh,
where we shouldn't eat meat anymore. There are droughts. We're not going to have energy to
vegan.
heat our homes in
Yeah.
the winter. We all need electric cars, and then we need to ride share. We shouldn't have personal property
Look
anymore.
how that turned out with COVID. Like no one gives a fuck about their neighbor. Like if that inhibits on your freedoms, you're not gonna do it. Like why do I have to do it if like other people don't have to do it either?
Well, I mean, and
Like
then
there are a lot of shady characters. They're
there's a
not
lot of
people
protests
don't
out
work
there.
together
If
out
you
of the
look up the
goodness of their
Netherlands
hearts.
protests, they're trying to cut back on nitrogen. They're doing it in Canada as well.
Well, you talking about the French thing where the golf course get the water, but other people don't get water, so
So now with the
they're
droughts, like
they're
they're
protesting the
environmental
golf
environmental people
courses
that
in
are.
France.
So I mean, in terms of shilling, I mean maybe just cans of bean and a bunker in New Zealand if you're rich enough. If you're not rich enough, like bullets, I don't know. But I mean that's like a shady thing to be saying. But
So you're
no, I
planning
mean
on
we're just
full-on
messing around.
apocalypse.
No, I just think that things it might be there might be a pullback in the winter, which is what I've been planning on in a macro level. But at the same time, the merge is coming up. Also, though,
Yeah, rumors are kind of fucked.
I'm the sell the merge, sell the news. Like when the merge comes, like I think there's
Yeah,
gonna be a dip.
that's what Fu says is that it's gonna keep rising.
It'll get
So
lower
is
before it gets higher.
to the
Yeah.
till September when the merge happens, then there's gonna be a huge sell off, and then that's when to buy towards the end of 2022, start of 2023. So we'll see. So right now I'm just watching. I don't know. I am watching.
I still like the DC8 ETH. Like, I mean, we can
Link,
say Link is actually what I was really gonna say there, because the amount of things that they're starting to integrate, and then I sent Brian a message where they continue to dilute, they continue to sell their developer tokens, but
they're
gonna have to run out eventually.
The September merge, there's gonna be some things. I think there's like a co-announcement with Link. Like if you see like ETH and Link, they're like pretty closely correlated.
And the merge is going to increase the amount of Link that's going to be necessary,
because they're both going to proof of stake basically, and the mechanism behind that. So
I'm going to say bullish on the ETH Link combo, short term.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'm buying this rise, because we said before, we're kind of starting a recession. Like people are just starting to mention about,
and I'm worried about what's going to happen in the winter, and I think that there's going to be a lot of starvation and cutbacks. I've heard that Africa has been rough. I've heard that the zero COVID in China is a problem. The tensions in between China and Taiwan, where China might want to flex on Taiwan because they're going to have trouble at home. There's a lot of sketchy.
Yeah, the world's a wild place right now, but as from an economic perspective too.
Yeah, but you had said what?
I'd say just watch ETH Link. I don't know.
But actually, I'm gonna say meme season is back. No, fuck all the shows that I've done before. Tsuka, because people nowadays, I've read about how Gen Z and millennials. It's a meme coin
for a SHIB developer.
It's a meme coin that's low. It's tripled, and I think now more than ever, at least COVID is somewhat over. This is one thing that I told with Brian that I thought was bullish. No, but there's a lot of places that are going to start. They're going to start ignoring.
Makes you 4 shots.
No, but they're still going to start ignoring and letting economies go about their business. There's going to be shortages, but the average person is going to start going back to work, and there's going to be more and more retail of disaffected, depressed young men who are going to gamble their money on random shit and meme coins.
Betting.
Yeah, sports betting. We have some friends who are into that. Dogecoin, Tsuka, NFTs, like scratch-off tickets.
Yeah.
If you could gamble on people gambling, that's what I'm gambling on. I'm shilling the idea of hopeless millennial and Gen Z people putting their money onto random shitcoins.
So you're gonna invest in penny?
I should do an ETF for penny cryptos. I should be the Jordan Belfort of penny cryptos, because
the people that own Barstool a little bit, the pen.
Yeah, the pen stock. But I mean, they were saying that Do Kwon got so rich because in South Korea there's so few houses, and then the younger people have no hope unless they hit the lottery. So they all treat their lives like they don't care. And it's spreading around the world, where if a house in your city is $2 million, there's no way you'll ever buy a house. And I saw that the Gen Z people are now not caring, and they're just going to throw their money. Because who knows if another pandemic comes.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing it either, but they're saying YOLO, because they're saying whatever I earn, I'm never going to save enough. Inflation is going to eat everything up. There's going to be another pandemic. I might as well live my life when I can. Might as well get lobster brunch or avocado toast. Let's get mimosas. I don't. What am I saving up for? We're going to get locked down again. I'm never going to have a house and kids.
Yeah, that's wild.
Kind of messed up, but on that note.
But on that note, then the show is to just ride out the storm and just stop all cash and save your money and then invest when the time is right. 2023, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's it. A lot of options.
Another episode.
Yeah, that was another episode.
Thanks for watching, Smithy.
Podcast, August 4th.
Yeah.
15.
To the moon.
Yeah.